The plan for today is honestly just gonna be cleaning up, doing a lot of that. So I'm gonna do like a mini blog style, and then I'll show you guys around my desk setup because it has been changed a lot, especially because we're in April. I'm only here until like May 23rd. That's when graduation is. So this setup is gonna be gone pretty quickly. But the cool thing is that hopefully I can show you guys how I've been working basically for my senior year. There's a bunch of cool upgrades that I've done to my desk setup that have made it just easier for me to just use. So hopefully you guys can see that, and it's something that you guys enjoy. And I'll just be doing a little cleaning because I haven't cleaned my room in like 2 to 3 weeks, so it's pretty nasty, but I'll do that. Okay, so now that most of the cleaning is actually done, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with for the semester, my final year of college, which is gonna be pretty fun. I do have a lot of cool little like upgrades that I've kind of integrated over the last like few years, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you guys what I'm working with, and hopefully this might give you an inspiration for how to do your desk setup or anything like that. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera around and so you guys can see sort of like what I'm working with and things look like. Okay, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. It might not be as good, but yeah. So this is what I'm working with. I changed my setup a little bit. So right now what I have going is like this very long desk right here, which is it's kind of this like wooden, light wood style finish. I got it from Vivo. As you can see, I got it a little bit scratched up. It came like this, but it was like not too big of a deal, so I decided not to really do anything about it. So now I'm kind of stuck with that little dinge, but it's fine. Yeah, the cool part about this is that it is a standing desk, so I can just go ahead and lower it. If I want to go ahead and move it up, I can do that. Like I said, it is from Vivo. It was relative cheap. It was like $200 and something. Not the best. It does wobble. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but it does tend to wobble a little bit. Yeah, it does tend to wobble, so I do kind of have to be careful with it. But at least for my use case, I think it's fine. There's also these little like headphones things over here, which for organization's sake is really cool. As you can see, it's like a single motor just table. Here I have my headphones, which are my trusty Beyerdynamics DT770 Pros. These are the 80 ohm version, as you can see here. And yeah, I love these headphones. These are absolutely like amazing. I've been rocking with them for a really long time. I think since I came to college, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I love the headphones. As you can see, the cable management is not amazing, but definitely keeps a lot of the cables from being on the ground, which is still nice. Aside from that, I do have a little bit more organizations, which I will talk about, but like I think the main star of the show is definitely like this monitor. So this is a 34-inch ultra wide 3840 by 1440p monitor. So yeah, it's pretty big. It's also HDR, which is pretty nice. It is plenty bright. And so what I have going on right now is that it is held up by a single stand. So I have that on a stand, and then right above it, I do have my older monitor. So I have a sort of a dual, I don't know if you can see, but I have a dual monitor setup, which is pretty nice. And so all of this is getting powered by my PC over here, which has a Ryzen 5 3600. It has 40 gigs of RAM. It has an RX 6700 XT graphics card. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My CPU is 6 cores, 12 threads. It's overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz, which is pretty nice. I am planning, however, to like upgrade it a little bit later. Once I actually start, get out of college and start school, and start work actually, which hopefully will be in a couple of months. So that'll be pretty exciting. Aside from that, the peripherals I'm rocking with. Right here, I have my Skyloom SK64, I think. As you can see, Skyloom I don't know if it's SK64. Oh no, it's a GK8, 8X or something along those lines. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like black switches on here. This is an optical keyboard, which means that obviously it's not mechanical, so some of the key switches are not going to be as nice. But it is a little bit faster than like other types of switches, which I'm plenty of fond of. I'm also rocking with just like wrist rest, just because sometimes it can be a little bit hard trying to type a long time, especially if you're coding or if you're doing something for a long time. And this is I have two mice. I have that for gaming, which I don't really use that much nowadays, and then I have this one, which is for productivity. This is the Logitech G604, pretty old mouse, but works plenty fine for me. In terms of what's driving the audio for my setup, right here I have the Fio new K3, I believe. And yeah, and this is a tiny little like amp and DAC, which is pretty cool. The sound quality of this is pretty good for the price. I think I paid around like $80 or something along those lines. And it's pretty amazing. I highly recommend it. I've been listening to music, and listening to music is one of my hobbies. Obviously, like when you're editing video, also you want like the greatest quality available to you. So this has definitely been one of the greatest like assets that I have on my desk setup, and this has helped me a lot, and I really enjoy it. So it's definitely, at least to me, definitely worth the investment, and it drives the Bayer Dynamic headphones like super well. As you can see, I got a random email. Over here I have more of like multitasking. This is my iPad with the M1 chip on it. I also have just an Apple Pencil, which it's kind of useless. I sometimes use it for like notes or whatever, but at this point I don't really use it for much aside from like entertainment, or if I'm watching a movie, or maybe like an anime when I'm back home. Other than that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting it, because you're probably not going to end up using it as much as you think. Over here I have some of the things that I've been using for like music production. So I recently got this, which is the Kai MPK Mini 3. I think I got it on like eBay for like $60, which is a pretty great price, and it's been, it has some used wear and tear, but overall it has been pretty amazing. I have my Google Home speaker, a bottle of half-finished vodka. Yeah, because I'm 21. I don't underage drink. Then over here I have some lenses for the camera that I'm using right now, the Canon M50 Mark II. So I have this actually, like, both of these lenses are actually like for the regular like other DSLR, not mirrorless necessarily. So this is the trusty Canon 50mm f1.8 lens, which has served me pretty well overall. I really love this lens, especially as a prime lens. And then just, I know it's not the greatest lens, especially if you want to do zoom photography or sports photography, but this is always just like a trusty thing that you can use. And this is the Canon 70-300mm lens, which is you can find pretty cheap on eBay for like $70-$80, which is pretty good. And again, this isn't the most expensive or like the greatest lens out there with like the greatest crystal, but especially if you want to get into just like maybe doing a bit of it of sports photography, cars, or maybe nature, this can be just like a really great asset to start with. So that's what I've been using for the longest time. I don't really use it as much as I'd want to, just because I don't really find myself the need to use it, but it's still a great asset to have just in case. And yeah, aside from that, I have some more like miscellaneous things. I have some glasses over there, 5.5 microphone, which works amazing for just like Zoom calls and stuff. Controller, watches, stuff like that. And then here I have my GoPro Hero 7 Black that I got off eBay for like $100 or something, which has served me pretty well. I bought this like maybe a year ago, so has been pretty trusty to me, and I really enjoy it. So maybe if you're looking for a camera, maybe that's something to look at. I also have this like synthetic vegan leather mouse pad here, which has for me pretty well. I will say, compared to like the other mouse pad that I used to have, it's not as smooth, especially for like the mouse, but it, you know, definitely like does the job for what it needs to do. And especially with like the aesthetics of everything, it looks pretty nice overall. So I'm not, you know, not complaining about anything. And so yeah, this is pretty much what I have. I have a couple of like anime figurines up at the top. I have Meliodas. I have Hinata from Haikyuu. Inside of my PC, I have the little McDonald's like thing when they were giving it out, like Travis Scott stuff. And then I do have Ryoko from Kill la Kill. So yeah, that's pretty much my desk setup right now. Again, nothing too exciting, but definitely like a worthy upgrade compared to what I was working with in the past if you go back to that previous video. So yeah, I've really been enjoying like this setup. It has, you know, been working pretty well for me. And overall, I just had like a pretty great experience just working with this setup right here. Definitely like recommend getting like an ultra wide monitor if anybody is like on the market for one or is thinking about getting one. They're super great. You know, you get so much more real estate when you're working with like a timeline. Maybe you're editing, maybe you have like 2 or 3 different like windows open. It's the same reason why I personally can't really work off of a laptop. I just really need that like desk space where I can be doing a lot of things at once, where I'm not constantly like switching tabs too much, because then that sort of work breaks up the workflow, and it, at least to me, it doesn't work as well as like I personally like to. But yeah, that's pretty much been it. This has been the video. You know, just a little sort of a day in my life, just cleaning, but at the same time just like getting to show you the worthy upgrade that I have for desktop setup. Definitely amazing. Also, I love the little light. It does give it sort of like this radiant background, which I really love. Definitely good for the eyes as well. But yeah, that's been it, guys. So hopefully you watch another video. Again, I'll hopefully be making a video about how useless, you know, how you basically you don't need an iPad for college. Basically, that's gonna be like the resume of the video. But yeah, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll, you know, leave my username here somewhere, as well as in the description. You know, I post a lot of photography stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you got some useful information out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.